So good morning one and all. In this session we'll be discussing about parallel clippers. So far we discussed about a series clippers where the diode is connected in series with the source. Now we are going to discuss the next type of clipper, that is what parallel or shunt clipper. Here the diode is connected in parallel with an voltage source. So in this case we'll be having a positive clipper and as well as a negative clipper. So the positive clipper which clips the positive portion of the given waveform, and then the negative clipper will clips the negative portion of the given waveform. And in each case there are three sub cases. One is considering an ideal diode. The second case is what by making use of a practical diode, and by making use of some with reference voltage. So in each case we are going to discuss three sub cases: ideal, practical, and then with reference voltages. Positive clipper and as well as in negative clipper. So positive shunt clipper, let us go with a positive shunt clipper. So in that, the first case is what for an ideal diode. So here it is a shunt clipper. It means the source and the diode both are connected in parallel, and in between I will be having a small resistance, let me call it as R1, and here I have a diode which is connected in parallel with the source. And in order to measure the output voltage I will be having one more load resistance here, let me call it as this is RL. Okay, this is what your input source VI. Okay, so this is what your circuit diagram for an positive shunt clipper, and this is the diode which is an ideal one, right? So let me analyze the circuit during positive off cycle and as well as during negative off cycle in order to find out what is the output voltage in the respective cases. So first case is what for positive off cycle. For positive off cycle, so for positive off cycle the waveform will be positive, therefore this node is positive, right? And I have an RL, and during positive off cycle this is positive and this is negative, so anode is connected to positive. It means the diode will be in the forward biased. So since it is in the forward bias, the diode should be replaced by a closed switch like this, right? And here I have a load resistance RL. So I want to measure the output voltage across the load resistance RL. Clear? And this is what your R1. So here the current comes from this point. Okay. So here we have two paths for the flow of current, because as we know very well, the current always takes a least resistive path. So among these two, the least resistive path is what? This is what the least resistive path. It means all the current will take this path and no current will flows through the load resistance. It means I0 is equals to 0 here. Otherwise IL is equals to 0, because all the current flows through the diode. Since there is no resistivity or less resistivity in this case, since here I have a more resistance because of this RL, no current will flow towards RL. Therefore V0 is equals to V and I, V into I from Ohm's law, I equals 0, therefore it is 0 volts. The output voltage is equals to 0 volts. It means when the input voltage is positive in the sense when it is more than 0 volts, V0 is equals to 0 volts. This is what during positive off cycle. And let us analyze the same during negative off cycle. During negative off cycle, this is negative and this is positive, right? This is positive. So since the cathode is connected to positive terminal of the battery, it means it is in the reverse biased, right? During positive off cycle, diode will be in the conduction mode, that is diode will be the on state, and during negative off cycle the diode will be in the off state. So off state, so let me write the equivalent circuit for that. This is what R1, and the off state diode is represented by an open switch. This is what open switch, and here I have an RL load resistance, and here I am measuring the output voltage V0, right? Since this is positive and this is negative, the current flows in this direction. Since there is no path here, so all the current flows towards RL. Therefore V0 is equals to Vi in this case. since the value of R1 is very much negligible compared to RL, it is very much small compared to RL, therefore the voltage drop across the R1 is small, it is negligible almost, therefore V0 is simply equals to what your input voltage Vi during negative off cycle. It means from this analysis, whenever the input voltage is less than 0 volts, V0 is equals to what? Vi. Clear? So let me represent that through waveform, right? So this is what the given input signal as sinusoidal signal, right? And from this mathematical expressions I can say that whenever the input voltage is more than 0, it means this is what your 0 volts. When it is more than 0, the output voltage is 0. From 0 to pi, the output voltage is what? 0. And from pi to 2 pi, the input voltage is negative. It means it is less than 0 volts. Since it is less than 0 volts, the output voltage simply follows the input voltage, right? And the peak, it is minus Vm, it is equals to the input voltage. So this is what your output waveform for this positive shunt clipper. Clear? And let us go for the transfer characteristics. So the input voltage, x-axis will represent the input voltage, y-axis represents the output voltage. So from this, Vi is more than 0, it means this is what your origin, more than 0, this side. V0 is also 0, this is what your waveform, right? And whenever the input voltage is negative, this side, V0 is also negative, right? That is represented like this. By increasing in the input voltage, the output voltage also increases. This is what this position is, diode on conduction, diode on state. Here the diode will be in the off state, right? This is for an ideal diode. I hope it is clear. So in the next video, in the next session, we'll discuss about positive shunt clipper for a practical diode. Okay, thank you.